I'm Rajnikant. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Sumanth Digital English Tutorial Videos. Dear friends, today I'm going to dictate answers to the questions from the lesson Journey to the End of the World, written by Tishani Doshi, from the book Vistas for the intermediate students. Let's begin with the questions. Question 1. These questions belong to NCERT zone. Let's start with question 1. Question 1. The world's geographical history is trapped in Antarctica. How is the study of this region useful to us? Dear guys, its answer. Antarctica holds half a million year old carbon track records in its layers of ice. It gives us an understanding of evolution and extinction, ozone and carbon. A visit to Antarctica, around which Gondwana once existed, is like going back to the past. Witnessing the geological phenomena such as the drifting of land masses, and their spreading into countries help us to know about the history of humankind. These are visible signs of where humankind came from, and it gives us a clear understanding of where human life is headed if we do not take care of the environment. Actually, seeing with our own eyes all the changes make us understand that global warming is a real threat. Now question 2. What are Geoff Green's reason for including high school students in the Students on Ice expedition? Dear guys, its answer. Green Geoff feels that the students are the future generation of the policymakers. They should be provided an opportunity to have this life-changing experience at a voyage is in order to foster a new understanding and respect for our planet. It would help them to observe, learn and act for the benefit of the planet. The youngsters still have the idealism to save the world, and they need to understand that it belongs to them. So, to sensitize them, it is important to provide them the visible life changing experience. Question 3. take care of the small things and the big things will take care of themselves. What is the relevance of the statement in the context of Antarctica's environment? Dear guys, its answer. The statement means that if small things are taken care of, the big things will take their own care. There are tall grasses called phytoplankton in the southern oceans that use the sun's energy to assimilate carbon and synthesize organic compounds by photosynthesis. Marine life and birds in the region sustain themselves on these tall grasses. Any disturbance in the environment in Antarctica might affect the activities of the phytoplankton, which in turn might affect the existence of the other life forms that depend on them. Small things like phytoplankton are important in the food chain. Now question 4. Why is the Antarctica the place to go to understand the Earth's present, past and future? Its answer. The author states that to understand the Earth's present, past and future, Antarctica is the right place to go. Antarctica is relatively untouched in this respect, as it has never had human population. It is relatively pristine. It holds in its ice cores 500,000-year-old carbon records trapped in the layers of ice. It embodies all that is prehistoric: Cordilleran faults, Precambrian granite seeds, ozone and carbon, evolution and extension, the simple ecosystem and lack of biodiversity indicate how little changes in the environment can have big repercussions. Dear guys, these questions were from the NCERT zone. Now some 4-marker short answer type questions. Let's begin with the question 1. When did the author start her journey to Antarctica and what had she to pass through? Dear guys, its answer. The author started her journey 13.09 degrees north of the equator in Madras. She was on board a Russian research vessel, the academic Soleski. She had to pass through 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and at least as many ecospheres. After traveling over 100 hours in the combination of car, airplane and ship, she reached Antarctica. Question 2. What emotions did author experience when she reached Antarctica at last? Its answer. The author finally set foot on the Antarctica continent after traveling over thousands hours in combination of car, airplane and ship. Her first emotion on seeing the vast, expansive white landscape and the blue horizon was of relief. She experienced the emotions of wonder at its immensity and isolation and its strange relationship with India. Now question 3. How would you describe Gondwana? Dear guys, its answer. Gondwana was a giant amalgamated southern supercontinent centering around present-day Antarctica. Humans had not arrived on the global scene. The climate was much warmer. There was a huge variety of flora and fauna. Gondwana thrived for 500 million years when the age of the mammals got underway. The landmass was forced to separate into countries. Antarctica separated from the whole landmass, shaping the globe as we know it today. Question 4. What is that thing that can happen in a million years and would be mind-blogging? Dear guys, its answer. The author says that in a million years, India may push northwards, jamming against Asia. It will buckle its crust and form the Himalayas. So, South America may drift off to join North America. The Drake Passage may open up to create cold circumpolar current. Antarctica may remain frigid, desolate, and at its bottom of the world. Question 5. In what respect Tishanidos's encounter with Antarctica is a chilling prospect? Dear guys, its answer. The author remained there for 2 weeks for a sun-worshipping South Indian being face to face with 90% of the Earth's total ice volume was a mind-boggling and chilling prospect. It was also a chilling experience for circulatory and metabolic functions and for imagination. It is like waking into a giant ping pong ball with no human markers such as trees, billboards, and buildings. Question 6. What is the visual experience in Antarctica? Dear guys, its answer. In Antarctica, the visual scale ranges from the microscopic to mighty midgets and mites to blue whales and icebergs as big as countries. The writer refers to it as walking into the giant ping pong ball devoid of any human markers, without trees, billboards, buildings. Days go on in 24 hours. Astral sunlight. A ubiquitous silence interrupted only by an occasional avalanche or calving ice sheet consecrates the place. There is question 7. How, according to the author, has mankind edged its dominance over nature? Its answer. According to the author, though civilizations have been around for barely a few seconds on the geological clock, yet they have created a ruckus by their various activities like exploiting the limited resources and careless burning of the fossil fuels. In the short span of existence on the earth, they have already created a blanket of carbon dioxide and increased the average global temperature. Now question 8. How has Antarctica sustained itself and managed to remain pristine? Dear guys, its answer. Antarctica, on account of being the oldest, windiest and driest continent in the world, has never sustained a human population and has thus managed to remain pristine. This has prevented man from being able to create ruckus in the part of the world by his thoughtless exploitation of natural resources. Question 9. How is global temperature increasing? What are the immediate fears due to it? Its answer. Global temperature is increasing due to increasing burning of fossil fuels. It has now created a blanket of carbon dioxide around the world. This has given birth to questions like, will the West Antarctica ice sheet melt entirely? Will the Gulf Stream ocean current be disrupted? Will it be the end of the earth world as we know of? It may be, it may not be. Now question 10. How is Antarctica a crucial element in the debate of climate change? Its answer. Antarctica is a crucial element not because it has no human population, but because it holds in its ice cores 500,000-year-old carbon records. They are trapped in its layer of ice. It will open up the areas of knowledge about the past, present, and future of the earth. Question 11. What are the reasons for success of the students on ICE program? Dear guys, its answer. Sitting distant in the comfort zone of our houses, any talk about global warming looks so unreal, and one can be unconcerned. But the visible experience of seeing glaciers retreating, ice caps melting, and ice shelves collapsing makes one understand and realize what global warming is all about. The indications for the future of humankind become clear when one actually witnesses the geographical phenomena. Dear guys, it's all for today. Hope you must have enjoyed this video lecture. Please hit the like button and subscribe my channel by pressing the bell icon so that you can get such interesting videos at the soonest in future. Thanks for watching. Bye.